All right, here we are in American Truck Simulator, and we are about to take this Peterbilt 379. It's a Pinga truck. Of course, I designed it and colored it. It's a Spirit of California. This is my cannabis cruiser, as you can see right here. So let's go ahead and go to the cargo market. Right now, we are in Wenatchee, Washington, and we need to get down to Fresno so then we can take a flight to San Diego. So here you can see we've got some fireworks. We're picking up UPS, excuse me, and we are heading on over to Walmart in Fresno, California. Click this. Road trip is about 915 miles, and we need to be there by Wednesday at 1:46 a.m. And right now it is Monday at 12:05 p.m. So we can probably run until Tuesday, and then get some rest, and then pick it back up and go from there. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and set this as our GPS destination and do our best so that we're not late. Here we are. We're in our garage in Wenatchee, Washington, and let's go ahead and just look at the truck on the outside at first. And we can see here we're at our garage. So I also did the trailer pretty much to match the color scheme of the truck, so that we are coordinated there. So there you go. So let's go ahead and fire this bad boy up. All right, and of course the controls that I'm using are PXN9, which is a shifter, pedals, which includes clutch, brake, and the accelerator pedal, of course, with the 8 shifter and the force feedback steering wheel. So we'll be driving this model as an 18-speed Eaton transmission, and I believe we have an engine on here by Lope, and it's 735 horsepower. So this one is not a Z mod, although we have plenty of Z mods. So let's jump on board here and just make sure we got everything. Let's go check our fuel gauge. Okay, so let's go gas up, because once we get going, there's no turning around. All right. So while we're in the city, we'll go ahead and put the windows down so we can hear everything. Get that window down over there too. And like I said, if we have to, we'll do some night driving in here as well. All right, let's go ahead and put that parking brake up. All right, shut her down. Let's go ahead and fill her up. Like I said, today's route doesn't look too bad. Truck is in good condition, just tires there. We're gonna fill her all the way up and go from there in this cannabis cruiser. All right. Now, one thing I do want you guys to know is that in the higher ranges, it doesn't let me split the gears. So I don't know why. I don't know if it has to do with my 8 shifter or whatever, but not that I need it to shift the gears in the higher range, or to split the gears, I should say, in the higher range. It's not a really big deal. The only gear we really miss out on, in my opinion, is the 18th gear, which is the fuel saving gear. So, but I'll shift in the lower ranges and split it so you can see. So I know how to split it. But again, let's see if we can ease out without causing traffic jam here. Okay. But again, for whatever reason, it doesn't let me split in the higher range for whatever reason. All right. All right, we'll just come here and wait for the light. Nobody turning left there, so sounds like it's all us. All right. See, watch. We'll split into, right now we're in 4L. Let's go 4 high. So just showing you, I know how to split, but once we get into the higher ranges right here, it will not let me split. But that's okay. We don't, like I said, we don't really need to split drastically. It's a 53 footer, so gotta swing her wide. Anyway, so what we'll be doing here is we're going to be doing some American Truck Simulator, then Flight Simulator, and I do have the Coast to Coast mod, so we'll also be doing some trucking to the East Coast coming up, which those videos may just be trucking videos. Almost couldn't find 6 there. Alright, looks like we got to make a left, so let's go ahead and get over here. Jake it down a little bit. Alright. So, hope everybody's doing good, and let's go outside and get an outside shot. Look at all that traffic there. It's the rear of our trailer. Just a little bit past that line, and once that light turns, oh, it's about to be our turn. So we'll do some more outside views when we pull off, but right now let's just get to our load. Hopefully I have some good pickup locations today at UPS. Meeting the parking spot. Sometimes I waste all my time just trying to get the trailer backed in, but hopefully it won't be an issue at this pickup site. All right. All right. We make it a point at our trucking lines to try to stop at all railroads, even though I may miss some. And the railroad looks clear. Round the corner we go. All right, here is the pickup location. All right, made that turn a little bit too wide. Always worried about fitting this trailer in. All right, let's see where our pickup location is at, which stall they want us to back into. Cargo market, and here it is, fireworks, UPS down to Walmart. So let us see here on the map. Looks like we got a far ender. Let me change the map here, and I got to get out. This traffic's gonna start honking. Oh, it's all the way in the back. Okay, this ought to be interesting one. So what we're gonna do is probably just go ahead and turn the trailer around. So I think it's a site down there. We got to back in. Let's see how we can make this work. Going to keep the truck on this side here. Okay, so we're definitely going to have to get the trailer turned around, so let's see how we can do this. There's an open spot down here where we can basically get the trailer turned into. Let's get out and check really quick where that turnout spot will be. So we'll come up a little bit more because we could already started cutting into it. So that's the little spot we're going to use to turn this around, especially because we got the long frame on this truck. I think about right there will be sufficient. Alright. Let's kind of do some correction here. Alright, almost in the cut, and then we'll be doing our pickup. Let's get back out and check and make sure we're not going to hit anything. Woo, and we are, so let's cut back around really quick. So we're just going to make this happen. Alright. Almost there. Well, I should say almost there as far as the turnaround is concerned. Alright, this should get the turnaround. This is the time we have to take. Was a little close. All right, so we made that turnaround. All right, here we go. So now we can just basically back it all the way down. We'll be looking at our window here to use this angles. All right. Plenty of room on that side. All right, now let's go ahead and start our cut. Biggest thing we got to do is we got to make sure we got enough clearance. All right. Let's pull her up a little bit. All right. Okay, let's get out and check how close we are to that fence. Okay, I don't like that proximity, so let's pull up a little bit. We're gonna get her, folks. All right, that should have us lined up nicely. We'll just straighten ourselves up here. All right. This is the fun part about the show here, is making sure we got a good skill set to back these things up. Otherwise, what's the fun? Now we're just going to follow our trailer all the way back. It's hard to see the little white thing, but we'll wait for it to turn green, just like the truck. Almost in there. There we go. We got a green. All right, we are there, folks. Let's go ahead and set that parking brake. All right, and let's shut the rig down. And out we go. And let's look at our work here. So we've got it all lined up here, straight back where they want us. For whatever reason, they want us back over here. So we'll give them what they want, and let's go ahead and get her loaded up. All right, not half bad. Took a little time to get in there, but the best things are worth waiting for. Wouldn't you agree? All right, so let's go ahead and fire this thing up and get on the road here. We got some trucking to do. All right. Fuel tank is full and cargo load is full. All right, UPS. Thank you for the fireworks. Very fitting. Since 4th of July is just a couple days from now. So we'll be cruising, we'll have music on here, we'll be jamming. I won't be talking the whole way, just when it's important. So welcome aboard this trip here in our wonderful cannabis cruiser. Hopefully we don't have any accidents or anything like that, but we will get that figured out. All right, let's get our four-ways off finally. All right, looks good there. We got to make quite a wide turn. But we need to look both directions. Up on the curb, but for good reason. All right. Pull up just a little bit so we can see that cross intersection, the cross traffic. All right, works out well for us here. It's a busy train line here. While we were parking, I think it went off once or twice. Prior to us getting to our pickup, it went off once or twice. And there she blows. It's a good sized train this time. Well, for ATS anyway. All right, back on board we go. All right, guys. So we get on the highway, we'll get some jams turned up, and I will do less talking, and we'll do a lot more cruising. Alright, so current time right now is 2:23. We gotta be, this guy's getting there at Tuesday at 10:11 a.m. So we'll double check that, but I think that's more than enough time to get to our location. Find out which way we're getting on the highway here. Let's roll these windows up. Alright, windows are rolled up. Hope everybody's doing good out there. As I said before, things are getting better. Vaccinations are happening around the world. So, we still got to be safe and smart, but we can reestablish new norms again, because it'll never be the old norms, of course. Now look at this. We have a sensor bar reading here. Thank goodness I just got my load, so we don't need to worry about it. So let's keep rolling. That guy's not as fortunate. Let's see here, I think we're going to be getting over up here. We should pretty much get to the I-5 and take that all the way south till we get in California, and then we'll probably pick up, let's see, Fresno, the 99. There we go. Let's jake it down this hill. Alright, let's get that jake off for the time being. Guess I could have turned the right signal light on. Oh well. Little trucker error there. No worries. Alright. So it looks like we're going to be doing some back hill riding. Get that jake brake on. Speed limit is 60. Seems like I always get the wonderful routes to go nice and slow and curvy through the mountains. Make our turn a little wider there. The truck is long and the trailer. I don't know if I'm going to stay in 7 low. We might switch it up around these mountains and stay in 6. Even though the speed limit is 60, it's not really adequate for this truck. Well, the side, it's adequate for the truck. However, when you're pulling this long trailer, along with the long chassis of the truck, it's not as adequate. See, now we got downhill. Alright, let's see what we got for music here. It's a good turn for that trailer. Back in the 6, I told you. So, life will be much better once we get on the actual highway and not have to deal with these bumbleclot back roads. Alright. Should be getting close to the highway situation here. Hopefully. Let's jake it all the way down. Alright. Here we go on the turn. Nice and wide. You can see that trailer just barely skimming the white borderline there. Look at that. That's how wide you got to turn this one. Should be able to get some good highway speeds here. Good thing is we got a nice little shoulder here, so if we go over it a little bit, it's okay. Alright, so we're on junction 90, but that's not the, we're going east. We should eventually pick up the 5 off of this. So there's our intersection that we just left, and we're going to be bearing right here in a minute, and that should be the 5 south. Well, it's got us going towards Yakima first. What a name. Where you live? I live in Yakima. So we'll have another turn to get on the 5. I don't know how long we're going to be on this joint. Looks like we're going to be on this for a little bit. So let's sit back and enjoy this ride. See how much sunlight we have left on us, or daylight. It's 5:05, so not much. We're going to be doing some nighttime driving. That's why we'll let this Jake work for us. So it'll be dark soon, so let's enjoy what light we have. Hopefully we made it to the highway by then. Because right now, straight roads and high speeds aren't in our favor right now. So it's going to kill our delivery time. We'll have a couple more bridges to go through. So we got Portland off the 5, which should be far from here. Sucky part about it is too, I think our top speed in Oregon is going to be only 60 miles per hour. Then you get into California, it's 50. So I'm not going to lie, we might do some rule breaking here. And of course we have to do our best to avoid retarded, and I say that in a non-malicious way, of course. Let's change the vernacular then. Let's just say, let's make sure we stay in our P's and Q's so the more than eventful American Truck Simulator AI doesn't do things that are unrealistic to cause us to crash. Alright, we're just going to drop it in 8 low at this point. 8 low is scary because, man, these speeds can jump up, but, and looks like we're getting off over here. I'm not sure if this is the 5 yet, but we'll find out. Let's drop her down. Still not the 5. 97 south. We're gonna try to scoot through these mountains quick. Thank goodness for the Jake brake, though, I tell you that. We're fully loaded, fireworks, and man, we can't afford any type of explosions here. We got fireworks on board. And we're not trying to light up illegally either, since we're in the cannabis machine. Alright, let's roll, let's do this. Let us do this. Got some traffic in front of us. I don't want to speak too soon, but at least it's not raining. Hopefully it doesn't get dark and start raining, which is usually the case. And we're coming out of the Seattle area too, so that's a strong possibility. When I say Seattle area, I just mean Washington State and Oregon. More prone to rain. Alright, I'm pretty sure we're not going to skate away this time. Let's check our fob up there. And of course, we're red. Way station coming up on the left. So we'll just get our light on here. Alright, let's get that Jake off while we're making the slower maneuvers here. Not looking forward to making that turn after the way station, folks. Let's see, I believe we can come in this way. Or am I, because there's a sign facing this way, so. There we go. Stop here. Okay, so this is the right way to go. And I seen that guy facing that way. I was kind of curious. Alright, key fob should go to green. Perfect. Now, let's see. 652. We're going to be in some mountains here. Hopefully, it's not too busy. I'm going to swing out over here a bit longer because I need to make a more of a... I hate this kind because you can't see. So what you got to kind of do is just ease up, pray for the best, hope somebody's going to stop. It's a blind turn, folks. I'm not going to lie. It's scary. Alright, we got that Jake back on. he's gonna let us go. Not everybody's gonna let us go though. What's this guy doing? They let you go, but they do. Look at this. Causing problems. Thank you. Causing problems. Keep it in the climbing gear here. That trailer right on the line. At least we've got a little daylight for this. We are rolling along. That guy was aggressive with his turn. All right, look at that beautiful bridge we're gonna go over. It's a body of water over there. At least we get to catch this bridge in the daytime. Come on, let's make the light. Ah, spoke too soon. Get our lights on. As it gets a little darker, we'll put our ground effects on. I don't think they're on yet. They'll be green too. If you look up, we got our green interior in here. You'll see it more at night. And the green cannabis machine from California. Hey. All right, we got the light. Let's blow this joint. Of course, we didn't get the next light though, folks. We'll just stay in this lane here for now. She sounds good. Alright, pipe down. Speed limit's only 35. We're still legit. Hopefully we're not in this too long before we get that 5. Sun is going down. It's about to get nasty up in these mountains. Ooh, if it stays flat like this, it won't be too bad. See that sun going down, or sun's down, that light. Oops, sorry guys, my bad. Alright, we got a turn coming up here. Hopefully it keeps us out of the mountains. I don't see any significant of anything, so it looks like we're good, and this turn might just be a curve. Let's drop her down. And it's just a curve. Curves coming up here. Oh, these kind of curves I can do, even though they're still annoying. Yeah, high beams were down, buddy. It's nice not to just be going around mountains. Alright, it's getting dark enough where we can put our ground effects on here in a minute. We are rolling right along. Let's go ahead and turn those ground effects on. You can see them out there now. You can see the green in the mirror. We'll get a nice pass by, see what we look like. The green machine. Love the green in here. Making this run for money green. High beams went out, buddy. Calm down. All right. These guys are messing up my high beamage. You guys can see that green underglow in the mirror. It looks nice. Let's get over to the right while we can. It's 11:06 at night. Got a little rest area over here we might have to take advantage of. I think that's what we're gonna do. It's already 11 at night. That way we can run hard. Let's get that Jake off. This is the little rest area right here. Nice. One of the nicer rest areas, I tell you. You can just pull straight into this bad boy here. All right, let's set that parking brake. Let's go out and take a look. And we're in the line. We're not the best, but it'll do for the night, folks. Let's get those high beams off, those lights off. And let's get that underglow off and shut her down. Let's get some rest, folks. All right, bright and early, here we go. With no delay. Let's blow this popsicle stand. Now, this is going to be interesting here. If we can gingerly make it without hitting this automobile. All right, folks. My daughter says I say all right, folks, a lot. Which I do. I guess it's a Dreism. Sorry about that, folks. Alright, just wanted to look down on the panel there, make sure we're good on gas, which we are. Alright, let's finish this run, folks. Much better daytime driving situation. We'll make a right on the road and get the Jake on. Slide up a little bit here so we can see. Another great Samaritan there. Thank you, sir. Of course, lane ends. Sorry, guy, coming back over. Alright, hopefully we get to the 5 soon. Blowing through a little quaint town. Just as humble and peaceful as we can be. Because we're great trucking citizens. Alright, enough of that. Let's roll, folks. See if we can't run up on a highway soon. Call I-5 south. You guys keep your eyes out for it. I'll keep my eyes out for it as well. Welcome to Bend. Alright, gonna have to slow down because that truck over there is taking its time. There we go. Of course, our luck. Let's look at our long-term map. Not giving us much. Come on. See what we got. Oh, here we go. Over revved her on that one. Alright, so apparently we're done with that road for now. Nice and easy through the town, people. Don't do it. This guy right here is about to come out and make us lock him up. Look, can't do that to us, man. The cannabis machine is on a roll here. Finally, we got a green. All right. where you gotta play it smooth. These people don't want to let you on. Look at this guy, he barely did. I'm over here breaking the rules. Going 5 over. Good use of this daytime here. All right, up to 55. There we go. Come on, buddy. Don't be scared. Stutter there in the game. We're gonna be on this for a hot minute. Alright, so we gotta be there Wednesday by 2:30 a.m. It's now Tuesday 10:50 a.m. and we've got 11 hours to go. So if we keep this up, we'll be there at 10:47 p.m. on Tuesday. So we gotta keep pushing no matter what today. We still got 556 miles to go. Gonna keep the Jake on the whole time, even through the town. Let's give him a little shout out here. Alright, got a little shout out to the town. Doing good on gas. About 3/4 of a tank. Folks, we rolling. Let's do this. Alright, it looks like we have a little bit of a traffic situation. Sorry, here, I was looking at my lower screen. Gotta love these impromptu constructions, but they gotta get it done in the summer, so hopefully our light be turning red here. Doesn't look like we have anybody behind us. Ooh, that was false. Uh-oh. They're gonna start honking at me. There we go. Missed the button there on the rangefinder. Engine didn't like that at all. Would have blew it out. Truck's in problems there. Oh, of course. Here comes a way station. And of course we gotta stop. So it's coming up here to the right. Boy, this one comes at you quick. You guys see that? All right. There we go. Checked in with the man. All right, it's clear, folks. Let's go for it. It's clear. All right, back on the roll. Let's see what we got. All right, coming up. Had the microphone muted there. I was talking to my lovely queen. Two of my kids' TVs seem to be loading. Those are smart TVs. You know that's the kids' worst enemy. Loading. They can't wait. They have no patience. So I got to get that figured out. In the meantime, let's keep rolling. There we go. I had taken off the Jake. Let's get that bad boy back on. We got Medford coming up, so we should be getting close to the 5. gonna keep it in 7 low. That way if we need the Jake, it's gonna be a little bit stronger. We got the Jake on the 3rd level. I like this nice wide lanes. Perfect for the open road. Nice wide lanes. Speed limit 60, about 5 under. Don't see any curves for now. Woo! Man, we are in California. I cannot believe we took no 5. We just literally got into California. I'm surprised that we didn't even get the 5. Wow. Although eventually we are going to have to get it, I'm assuming. I should have checked the route. It's one thing I never do. Well, if we're in Cali now, you know the only thing that matters is the 55 speed limit for us. We're not going to get any higher than that, so once we get on the highway, I'm definitely planning on breaking some rules. So we are on South 97. Boy, the GPS definitely took us the scenic route this time, that's for sure. See what time we're estimated to get in there. 10:54, we lost a little bit, 425 miles. We got this. All right, we got some straightaways. Let's see, we have plenty of fuel there. We still got more than half a tank. Alright, you better be an aggressive braker here in ATS, because boy, it comes at you quick. Not realistic, but I get it. It's got to be for the sake of the tire compression, everything they do here. These lights come up on you quick. I see a highway over there, so hopefully that's the 5 or the 99. Nice little old rustic town here. Probably part of the California Gold Rush. Okay, officer, it's a little bit on the line. You're okay. That's why you got to make those curves wide. know what happened there. Maybe I didn't have the H shifter all the way seated into the gear. As we get on that highway, we're going to be rule breakers. And here we finally got the 5. Time to break some rules. Once we get on the highway, I see that UPS truck going slow. Time to drop the hammer, folks. Jake is off. Bad turn on my part, bad curve. There we go, folks. Don't try this in California with a trailer. So many miles we got to knock out? 350. Still got a ways to go, folks. Alright, Stockton, Sacktown, that's where we want to go. Feels kind of good not to have to Jake. we're about to get a ticket. That's all right. We'll take it. Oh, he didn't clock us. That's amazing. He did not clock us. Unbelievable. He was right there on the side. Maybe the other trucks blocked him. He definitely was waiting. Get away from this wall if we can. Cruising right along. Oh, biplane up there probably doing some crop dusting. Hopefully it's not one of those aerial aircraft clocking my speed. We sure are breaking the law. Just so happy to be out of those curves and those mountains. Alright. Can't be messing around too long with those views. You sure will crash. There's no mercy. Alright, I officially put the cruise control on for 75. All right. Don't try this at home, folks. Professional. All right. Alright, I'm just going to come over here really quick for a rest area. Very briefly. I actually have to use the restroom. All right, let's set that parking brake for a second. Go outside. And let's take our little restroom break. I shall return shortly, folks. All right, let's jump back on board and get out of here. Potty break over. Get back on the road and see our new estimated time. As long as it's before 2 a.m., we're good. See if we're gonna make this here. Should have made that turn a little bit wider. Outstanding. Now here's what you have right here. It's the usual American Truck Simulator. Oh, I can't merge onto the highway situation here. Just no good. No good. Come on, man. some point we'll get off the 5 and we'll switch over so we can get into the Fresno area. We end up having to go from heading south to east. Alright, so we're getting there. 10:42, no big deal. Need to be there by Wednesday, 2:30 a.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, 10:42. We got it. That speeding we did helped us out. So we're going to do again. We're getting into Sacktown. So it looks like we'll be doing a night drop-off. Again, hopefully the parking at Walmart is copacetic. Hopefully we don't get any, whoa, took those kind of fast. Hopefully we don't get any horrible parking situations. NASCAR driving going on here. Okay, Stockton. Okay, this is the turn over here. We're going to switch over and head east. Ooh, missed that shift again. Shame on me. All right. Definitely have to take this engine in and get it looked at. Yes, sir. Let's miss all this traffic for sure. Thank you, Mr. Officer, for stopping so far back. All right, so this looks like it's the jump over to the 99. Or maybe we're going to take another direction here. Got our lights on. Gas, we're getting low. Under half a tank, we should be okay. We'll keep an eye on that. Fresno. There we go. $137 miles, not doing too bad at all. Just cook her in there. Alright, we got the green glow turned on. There she goes. Rolling, folks. Got about a quarter of a tank left. We're almost. 49 miles. We got it. Trying to keep eye on that map. See when we're time to get off. We're pretty much entering the Fresno area. Looks like we're going to continue on straight here. Get off here on downtown Fresno. Let's go ahead and turn the music down now. We're getting close. Whew, almost lost it there. Couldn't get my gears together. Alright, these little turns here. Not that hard up on gas. Alright, we are getting close. You know, I like to roll the windows down when we get closer. Alright, let's go jake brake off. Make a quiet entrance into our destination here. Alright, nice and wide into the location here. Alright, let's get our four ways on. Check where we're dropping off, of course. Of course, it's going to be a blind. One of our worst possible parking situations. The blind back in. We made good time though with our speeding. There goes that last spot we have to back into, of course. Lucky us. Alright, all we can do is try. Try to keep her as close to these trailers as possible because we're gonna have to do a sharp turn. So, we're lined up with the trailers now. Let's get them closer. It's pretty close. Gonna straighten it up. Alright, at this point, as truckers do, let's get out and assess the situation. Alright, so I think we'll do a little bit of a pull-up, and then we'll start our cut, and hopefully that'll work just fine. Alright, back in the truck we go. Alright, pull up right here. Get a little zoom here. Okay, we started that cut way too early. That's the thing about these blind back ends. Other than they're horrible. All right, parking brake set out. Check. All right, that's literally the best we're going to be able to do at this point. So it's going to be a lot of out and checking. All right, there is the trailer. Got to get on the other side of that trailer. That looks good. Almost got her. It's not going to be the prettiest, but we should get her in there. We should get a green here. See. Back it all the way up. Just right there. We're in the excellent area. Alright, we have the green. Let's see what this gets us. I think we're going to take it though, especially because this is such a booger of a parking space. Okay, we got some boxes there. And actually I think we can just straighten it up just to make it look better. Okay, let's bring it over to the right a little bit. Even though we had the green, we're constant professionals. Alright, we're just going to leave it here for now. And our trailer is as good as it's going to get in there. Truck being so long, we could have kept straightening it up. But for the sake of time, we have arrived here in Fresno, California, and we will be lifting off tomorrow for San Diego. So without further ado, let's go ahead and unload the trailer. And you see there, we get an excellent here for this run from Wanchati, Washington, all the way down to Fresno, California. Thanks for staying along for this ride, and let's get ready to fly on probably a ERJ 145 up down to San Diego from Fresno. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up, and we'll see you on board the aircraft. Again, thanks for riding. Okay, you know we just don't stop. We're here again. Has been a few weeks, or maybe a week or so, since the last video. We are here in Fresno as we just completed a trucking route yesterday into the Fresno area. And now we are going to take this flight here for Skywest, and we are actually flying for United Express. But the regional airline is Skywest, of course. And we're going to fly this Embraer E145 from Fresno Regional down to San Diego Lindbergh International. Super short flight. We're on PilotEdge. Plane's already initialized. Flight plan's put in. We just have to call for our clearance and get on up out of here. So let's go ahead and jump on the flight deck here. And take a look back here in the cabin area. The door is still open. So let's go ahead and get the door closed for now. Close the rear door, and we're going to also close this door. Make sure it comes up and gets completely secured. Alright, cabin door is secure, of course, and that's looking good. So now we can call for our clearance, and then we'll go ahead and make sure that we are good to go. Pushback is all squared away. So I'm just now pulling up the information regarding the clearance frequency, which is 2435. So let's come in here and put that in 24.35. All right, now we are on the clearance frequency. There's no clearance. Skywest 318 IFR Lindbergh.
Skywest 318 Fresno, to go to San Diego Lindbergh Airport, Bulldog 3 departure, radar vectors intel is filed. Climb maintain 10,000, departure frequency 119.6, squawk 4271.
Okay, Bull 3 vectors to intel, climb maintain 10,000, departures 19.6, squawking 4271, Skywest 318.
Feedback correct.
Alright, so we got our read back there, so now we can, the initial climb, of course, is 10,000. All right, so we got that in there. Let's go ahead and get our squawk code in there, of course, too, which we can put down here. Our squawk code, he said, was 4271. So we'll go ahead and throw that in there. And departure frequency is going to be 119.6. So we won't switch these over yet because we'll be checking ATIS when we push back again, and then we'll switch that over, even though we'll probably put that over into our nav1 or COM1 radio once we get to the base of the runway. And then, of course, here you see we have our V speeds. Basically 123 is the key number, and then 134, another 11 knots after that for our safe climb out speed, of course, on a takeoff 1 profile, which is not derated. And just to give you an idea where we are at on the field, let's see here, my mouse is giving me a hard time here. There we go. Here's where we're out in the field. I'm expecting a super easy taxi, just Bravo to Bravo 2. Like the left, so no big deal. Oh, and let's go ahead and also look at our standard instrument departure. You can see here, this is the Bull 3, super simple. It's just climb heading 292 at top altitude assigned by ATC, and then we'll get vectors until Intel, which is not even on here. This is Tulare, Shafter, and Avenal. So we don't really need to belabor that or worry about that at all. So we'll just switch that back over down there. So just kind of want to let you guys know what was going on there. And now, in the meantime, we can switch over to ground, which is 1217. So we'll go ahead and make that change, and then the runway, or the tower, is 18.2. And that's the tower, so we're good to go. So now what we can do is, the doors are all closed up, so we might as well now go ahead and come up top and get this APU started. In the meantime, let's get the no smoking, fasten seatbelts on, and we'll get the red beacon on. Now that APU is starting, let's also go for a better pushback.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Alright, and we can take a look here. APU is at 100%. So let's go ahead and go back up top.
Departure.
Lead on. And we can turn the GPU off now and go over here to ground ops and get rid of that. GPU is now off. Let's go ahead and turn our fuel pumps on.
With the open center.
Electric hydraulic pumps are on. And all we need is a bleed. The Gasper is going to do its thing all by itself, so that'll have a great engine start there. Everything else up top is looking good. We'll go ahead and do our packs once we're ready to make that happen.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
2267 NorCal departure, 3,500 per line.
All right, continuing that.
2267 NorCal departure. Radar contact.
Pressurization is already set for 29,000 feet. And again, we are already in the takeoff 1 profile, which you can see
Winching strap and
right
adapter
here.
in position. Release parking brake when ready to start pushback.
All right, we're going to go ahead and release that parking brake. He's going to lift it up. Now we need to go ahead and turn our transponder on. And let's check ATIS as we're getting pushed back. It should still be X-ray.
Terminal, ATIS information linking.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
1300 at 10. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 15,000. Few clouds at 20,000. Temperature 36. Dew point Manor. Altimeter 2974. Arriving and departing runways 29 left, 29 right. Visual approaches in use. VFAR departures contact clearance delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact have information linking.
Okay, Yankees current. So So it's a good thing we checked that, because I checked right before this and it was actually still X-ray. See the aircraft getting pushed back. And the nose is getting ready to be pushed to the left so that we can depart this area here. Cockpit doors closed. Everything's looking good here. Just recall on this, or just remember that on this aircraft that we're going to use the two FMCs here. The right one is the standard X-plane FMC. The left is the more, I guess, technically accurate one for this type of aircraft. So it's a little different in how it works, but you can see we got our trim set up to 7 up. We're going to be taking off flaps 9. Here's our V1, VR, and V2 speeds, of course. So we are good to go. And the cool thing about this too, once the wheel landing gear comes up, this clock automatically starts by itself. So maybe I'll start the chronometer all by itself, but I probably won't remember. So the good thing is that it does it for us. We're almost done here with the pushback. And again, our taxi should be Bravo, Bravo 2 to runway 29er left.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Alright, parking brake is
Disconnecting
complete.
tow.
To the right.
Stand by.
To the left. They're disconnecting that. We're able to start the engines. Alright, as you can see here, we got the right side coming up. Wait for that to stabilize here on the N1. Looks pretty good.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Alright, thank you, sir. We got some movement on the left. Let's come over here to the first officer side. Oh, there he goes off there. So we have a good visual of him. Alright, there's that hand signal. Perfect. Alright, let's go up top and finish what we need to do up here. Okay, we need to go ahead and get our packs on. Get our bleeds on. As soon as I hit this bleed one, it'll take that off automatically. Everything else on here is good to go. So now we can just extinguish that APU. And finish our before takeoff checklist here. Let's go ahead and test our flight controls. Alright, full up. Full down. Neutral in the elevator. They run left. They run right.
267, contact built in center,
Neutral.
127.45.
And let's do our rudder right.
2745,
And our rudder left. Also the tiller, so that is good to go. Let's go ahead and get our flaps down to the appropriate position. I'm going to go ahead and select them for 9. Let's make sure that's indicated here. 9 is selected.
267, Oakland to the climb and maintain flight level 350.
We're good to go. And we've got our transponder on, and we're on ground. Fresno ground, Skywest 318, pushback information, Yankee ready to taxi. Probably going to give us 29er left.
Skywest 318, Fresno ground, runway 29er right, taxi via Bravo.
29er right via Bravo for Skywest 318. Alright, so we're doing 29er right, so essentially we just get on Bravo and take that all the way around, so we're not doing left. He's giving me the longer runway, of course. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of that. And let's scoot up out of here, guys. here to Bravo. And this Bravo is going to bring us all the way around. Alright, let's go ahead and get our vertical profile for taking off up to at least 2,400 feet per minute. Alright, and let's make sure that taxi light was on, which we forgot. Flying time today is only about, I believe, 55 minutes, so we don't have much air time. We didn't belabor ourselves here on the ground. That's why I had set the aircraft up for you guys, so we can just go ahead and get out of here. Had a pretty good trucking route yesterday. I'm enjoying the whole American Truck Simulator meets X-Plane or vice versa. That's my little trick of you know, making sure I give both simulators attention, because I do love both. And I'm missing our DCS, so it's like I got 3 major simulators that I like to record from, so this is my way at least to take care of 2 at once. Alright, let's look at that ground speed. 22 on the ground speed, not bad, but we got to slow up here a little bit for this curve. Wrap around the runway here. This aircraft had enough room to take off on 29 left, but like I said, they're going to give us more runway, so that's fine by me. Heading is still going to remain the same. We're going to depart this on a heading of 292, unrestricted climb up to 10,000. Alright, so we're coming over here. Switch that on over to the tower now. Alright, let's get our tower frequency put in there. It is 119.6. We got the, sorry, tower frequency is 18.2, departures 19.6, and we have our squawk reporting. Fresno Tower, Skywest 318, holding short, runway 29 right, ready for departure.
Skywest 318, Fresno Tower, runway 29 right, clear for takeoff.
29 right, clear for takeoff, Skywest 318. Alright, so this is going to be pretty simple. We're just going to fly heading at 292. And let's get our strobes on. Boom, boom, boom. Get an outside look really quick. Make sure we look official. We do look official. Alright, folks, here we go. Feet back on the rudder pedal there. Okay, looks clear. Let's go ahead and enter that runway. Take up power set. Airspeed is alive. 80 knots. Alright, V1 and rotate. Landing gear is coming up. Alright, we're going to try that vertical profile here. Alright, nice little takeoff. We're going to go flaps up. Gear up, flaps up. Let's go with our landing lights off. Now we're essentially just going to fly this heading. Pull back that power, so we do not want to go over the speed of 250 knots. However, we can nose up maybe a little bit more, use some more of this thrust. Fresno Tower, Skywest 318 is airborne. Would you like to switch over to departure, sir?
Skywest 318, getting departure.
Over to departure, Skywest 318. Alright, so over to departure. NorCal departure, Skywest 318 is 4,200, climbing 10,000.
Skywest 318, Fresno departure, radar contact to direct intel.
Your direct intel for Skywest 318. Alright, so he gave us direct intel, so now we have to come over here to the progress page, flight plan, and okay, there's intel. We're going to select direct. Direct is executed, then we have to come over here and put the aircraft into the nav. And the aircraft is choosing to do a right turn in order to go direct to intel. And actually, I take that back. It was just getting on course. We're still going to do a nice soft left turn to intel. Here in a second, once we get to 10,000, we can increase that speed. Alright, so we hit intel, now we're direct frame. Which has us doing a nice little turnaround. Let's go back here and see what the passengers see in the cabin. Bring our nose down really quick, slightly, pitch down. Aircraft was losing some speed there. You can see that aircraft turning that wind, a little bit of variance in hot and cold. You can see it's coming over the wing, which is pretty cool. All right. Back up front, of course, we got the chronometer, but as you can see there, the 0003 is already right in this area taking effect. But we're doing okay. We're picking speed back up because we did drop our nose, and we're pretty much at our 10,000 mark, and then we're going to be direct frame. So aircraft's going to be picking up speed here.
Skywest 318, contact open center 127.45.
Open center 2745, Skywest 318. All right. Back on the power a little bit. Let's go over here and get this hooked up. $27.45. Oakland Center Skywest 318 is 10,000.
Skywest 318, Oakland Center, climb and maintain flight level 290.
Up to flight level 290, Skywest 318. All right, so now we got 290 in the house. Alright, we can go ahead and do our climb here, and we'll probably just do a standard climb of, actually we'll do 2,000 feet per minute. We could be a little bit more loose with the power now. We don't have that 250 knot limitation. So guys, welcome aboard Skywest Flight 318, short flight, direct service from Fresno into the San Diego area. And should be a pretty smooth flight. As you can see here, there's no inclement weather. Hopefully it will be a vent-free flight for us and for the passengers. Fresno, pretty much by the time you get in the air and start heading south, you pretty much get in the LA airspace, which we're going to be getting there soon. And then once you get in LA airspace, it happens rather quickly in terms of us getting descent. We're descending on the Comics 3, I believe it is today, so we'll take a look at that here in a second and make our plans for that. Come down here to this map and get rid of the airports on there for now and the VORs, so we can keep it as clean as possible. And as you can see, the aircraft is in the climb mode. Go ahead and expand that view. Range, I should say, and we'll go to 40 nautical mile range in this inner band, and it should give us an 80 nautical mile range view of the outer band, the larger band. And our speed is looking good. We want to keep it around 280, between 280 and 290 on our climb, so we're doing just that. So we did pass that 10,000 feet mark, so let's go ahead and make sure we turn those landing lights off. Everything up top is clean. Let's just take a peek. Off, off, off. Strobes, red beacons on, and nav as well. Everything else looks good. Pressurations, packs, and bleeds are on. So we're not doing too bad at all. This aircraft is and not to mention the APU is off. This aircraft is not that hard to fly. And it can land fairly short runways, but even though it's a shorter runway, so we probably are going to be landing flaps 45, which is always more difficult because it gets way more floaty. So I'm still going to determine, I'll see what the difference is between flaps 45 and flaps 22. I do believe we'll be okay. Alright, we're going to be coming up on 17,000 here soon, so now I'm going to bring our pitch down to 1,700 feet per minute on the vertical climb, and that should either balance our speed out or get us a little bit back so we don't have to accelerate any and save that fuel, but we'll see what it does. It's giving us a slight advantage here on that. Not much, so we'll throw in just a little bit more power to make sure we stay at that 280 mark. All right, give you guys a nice little view there of the Central Valley. Also, what you're probably looking over here that we're just going to be passing through really quick is the Grapevine. Grapevine is, I believe, just past there. This is all farmland and smaller towns like Lemoore, Visalia, Kingman City. Just a bunch of small little farming towns up here. Of course, then once you get closer to Grapevine, I think you have the town of Grapevine. And yeah. Increase that speed to about 85% in one. 86%.
Skywest 318, contact LA Center 133.2.
Okay, over to LA Center, 33.2, Skywest 318, we'll see you. Alright, so, pull that power back a little bit, 33.2. Good evening, Los Angeles Center, Skywest 318, flight level 210, climbing flight level 290.
Sky 318, Los Angeles Center, good evening.
Alright, and we passed flight level 180, so we definitely needed to go into the standard, so we kind of report our altitude slightly off, but be okay, it wasn't by much, no big deal. Keeping our speed kind of right where we wanted, between 280 and 290. All right, so if everything works out, we should only have about 44 minutes left of flying until we touch down in the San Diego area, Lindbergh. Like I said, folks, it should be pretty smooth flying today, and you can see we're dropping some more speed, but now we can go ahead and pitch our nose down a little bit more. Go to about 1,500 feet on the climb, balance that speed out a little bit, so we don't have to throw in any more power. Stay right at about 78% on the N1. Climb going. Just get one more of those shots there. All right, right at 280, right where we want to be. Going to be about 3,000 to go. We could essentially come right over here and still bring that nose down just a little bit more. Pitch down for about 1,200. That ought to keep us kind of where we need to be without increasing the throttle and the speed until we start leveling out at 290, then we can pick up the speed slightly so we can get a higher velocity so that we can get to San Diego within those 44 minutes time frame that we talked about. Actually, it's now down to 41 minutes or something like that. Got less than 3,000 to go. All right, we'll finish the climb at 1,000 feet per minute. Double checking here to see what arrival is in, or what the arrival looks like here, the Comics 3. I'm sorry, the Comics 2. RNAV arrival, of course. And we can take a peek at it here. We're going to come in and our transition point is halt. So we'll come in this way, making sure no matter what at legend, we're between flight level 190 and flight level 150.
2267 Los Angeles Center, good evening. Cross 10 miles northwest of Palmdale, that maintains level 240.
10 miles northwest of Palmdale, 240, Center 2267.
ATIS there is 1348. All right. Almost at our final cruising altitude for this journey. Once the aircraft pitches down, we'll be able to pick up a little bit of speed and at least get to where we're traveling at least at 305 knots. You can see now here we're pretty much pitching down, so we can pick a little speed up. Then now, of course, you can come right to this and hit this cruise button, which I just did, and you'll look at the engine mode now is in the cruise phase. We're going to be picking up speed, but it won't be so drastic. So we're just going to cruise here at flight level 290, picking up speed. We'll get to maybe 305 knots. And yeah, we're just going to sit here and enjoy the sounds of this wonderful E145. And the descent will come pretty soon, so just enjoy the scenery.
Off the bubble. Roger, South Bravo, Santa Barbara, approach squawk 6452, hijack.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Southeast Alpha Bravo, we've had a contact 10 miles northeast San Diego Airport. Go 318 to send the Via Comics to arrival.
Send Viva Comics to arrival for Skywest 318.
56 Alpha Bravo, contact Los Angeles 135.5. 135.5, 2267, so on. Frontier Flight 2267, that wasn't for you. Oh, my bad. Frontier Flight 2267, you can head over to 125.27. Contact Los Angeles 125.27. 125.27, Frontier 2267, so on. Los Angeles, Frontier 2267 out of flight level 306 for 2410 northwest of Palmdale. Frontier Flight 2267, Los Angeles cross, correction cross Magic at maintain 14,000, Ontario altimeter 2990, got your level. Cross Magic at 14,000, 2990, altimeter 2267. This is Los Angeles, make a set up in the 2976. Alpha Bravo.
short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information uniform. San Diego International Lindbergh Field, 8 tip information uniform. 0416 Zulu, with 29er 0 at 4. Visibility 10, 1,500 standard. Temperature 18, 2.13. Altimeter 29er 9 or 4. Arriving and departing runway 27. Visual, RNAV, and localizer runway 27.
Center, and the river contact Alpha Bravo, would like to descend across the center line of 500 to 3,500. 2,000 Bravo, ready. Scout 3, take a further descending view, look a little low there. Listen, 4 out of 5 shots of approach code. Out of 5 shots, squawk 4660, idea. Red Foxtrot, red contact 6 miles east of Ontario Airport, Ontario, altimeter 2990.
Skywest should be 7 good.
Go ahead.
We're back up with you. Fresno aircraft, change to 32, no control of the hand southbound, so we're back with you on 32.
Gotcha, 731, contact local center 127.45, let's see it.
2745, gotcha.
San Diego International Inbird Field, ATIS information uniform. Niners.
Roger, Bravo, contact for approach 118.8. Passenger Bravo, breaks to approach altimeter 2976, report the airfield inside. Flight 2267, contact SoCal approach 135.4.
135.4, expect 277,
Skywest 318, San Diego, altimeter 2994. Flight 2267, SoCal approach, expect Dallas, runway 26 left approach, Ontario, altimeter 2990. Fly heading 115, to maintain 9,000, reaching 9,000, reduced speed to 180. 180, let's expect the right side. Next, we're going to approach 119.6. Six out about contact Vegas for tower 118.1 squawk VFR.
Temperature 1A. Contact, you have information, Victor. Approach 177 Delta Foxtrot. We have a Quebec at El Monte. We'd like to get a switch over to the tower if possible.
774 Delta Foxtrot, contact the line tower 121.2 squawk VFR.
121.2 squawk VFR for Delta Fox. Thanks.
Skywest 318.
Again, 2265.
Skywest 318.
Okay, Skywest 318 has been hearing you. I don't know why it's been transmitting, but Skywest 318 has information. Victor at the field, 12,700, descending via the comics 2.
Skywest 318, so confirm, thank you, sending you altimeter 2994.
You're most welcome, sir, and the altimeter 2994, Skywest 318. Alright, so what happened was I basically had the microphone muted, which isn't good. So that was my fault. So again, the tower frequency there is 18.3, so let's go ahead and throw that in there really quick. correct localizer frequency there in a second.
Okay, right, 2267, clear the right pedals, cross pedals 4,400, cleared out, strong 26 right approach. Strong center, pedals at 4, cleared out, 26 right, center, 2267. Sky 318, the other west.
Say again for Skywest 318.
Do you have a request?
No request at all. I know it's going to be runway 27, so we can do the visual or the localizer. It doesn't matter either way for Skywest 318. We're waiting for excitement.
Sky 318, I'll expect visual approach and report to you for the site.
Okay, we'll be expecting visual approach, and I'll report the runway we have in sight for Skywest 318.
SoCal departure, good evening. Skyline 232, Mike Echo 1007, climbing 4,000.
Alright, landing lights on.
252 Mike Echo, SoCal departure, ready to contact Clementine 7000.
Clementine 7000, true Mike Echo.
Alright, let's go ahead and bring our vertical speed down slightly, and let's pull the power back, of course. And now we need to come in here and take a look at, not that, we need to actually come take a look at our, let's see, we don't need our arrival information. Let's come up here. Alright, let's go ahead and square the heading up. Heading is all squared up. Alright, now we need to come here really quick and look at our landing speeds. Alright, so B approach 125, we'll do flaps 45. And the winds aren't that bad right now if I remember correctly. So 125, and we'll add how much for the wind here? We're going to add about 3 knots, so 125, so 130 will be our B approach. And there's a cloud there. See if we can come on this side over here. Take a look at the field, which is right there. Skywest 318 has the field in sight.
Sky 318, will approach 127.
Air visual approach 27, Skywest 318. Alright, so no need to belabor this. However, we are still going to look for that frequency for the approach. 27 is 110.9er, so we're just going to type that in before we get down to the brass tacks of things. 0.9er. Alright, now what we can do is square up the heading. Go heading mode, and now we're going to go to nav mode, and that way we can catch the ILS. We're just a little bit high. That's alright. Go ahead and drop some altitude. Basically, we're parallel to Rebo, and Rebo needs to be at 2,000, so we got some work to do to get down here. Alright, folks, so we're going to go ahead and autopilot off. Alright, folks, we are all manual now. Speed brakes out, of course. There we are.
Skywest 318, contact Limerick Tower 18.3.
Over to Limerick Tower, 18.3, Skywest 318. We'll see you. Limerick Tower, Skywest 318, visual 27.
Skywest 318, Limerick Tower, runway 27, cleared to land.
27 cleared to land, Skywest 318. Alright. Nose up here now, we're good to go. Now we're just going to kind of keep it right here. We're going to go ahead and get one stage flaps down. Remember we said 130 was the speed. Just going to continue to make this nice easy turn here. Well, we need to be about 2,000, so we're about,
Hello, Mark Clearance. Good day. TBM 13 with the information. Foxtrot, IFR to Yuma, please. Whiskey, Palomar Clearance, clear the Yuma Airport. On departure, flight 250, weather vectors, Julian as filed, maintain 3000, spec 3000, 10 chapter departure. Departure, we can see 119.6, squawk 2447. TBM 13 Whiskey, clear to Yuma on departure flight, heading 250,
right, go ahead and go.
Julian as filed, 3000. Expect 3000 in 10 minutes, 19.
Full flaps down.
447. 13 Whiskey, read back correct.
alright, and we're going to go ahead and go with the landing gear down. Alright, of course, and we're right in a doggone cloud. Speed is looking good.
LMR ground.
Oh my goodness, as usual.
Ready for taxi.
Alright, gears down, 3 green. There we go.
1,000.
Got a little bit of a visual there.
13 Whiskey, Palomar ground, runway 24, taxi to Alpha.
Seems like there's always a cloud.
Alpha, TBM 13 Whiskey.
Alright, we got full flaps. Nose always tries to come up a little bit when you get that full flaps there. Alright folks, welcome into our final approach in San Diego.
500.
Landing. It's a little bit higher than I wanted.
100. 50.
Palomar Tower, good day. TPM 13 Whiskey, holding short, 24. 13 Whiskey, Palomar Tower, runway 24, clear for takeoff. Runway 24, clear for takeoff, TPM 13 Whiskey.
Alright, we buttered it. Alright, folks. Welcome into Lindbergh, San Diego. So not a bad butter. Lindbergh Tower, Skywest 318, clear runway 27.
Gas 318, Lindbergh Tower, taxi via Bravo, monitor ground.
Taxi via Bravo, monitor ground. Skywest 318, we'll see you. Alright guys, so we made it into Lindbergh. Let's get that off. Let's get our APU on. And the ground frequency here is 123.9. So let's just come over here. Get that in here. 123.9. Oops. Things are a little harder when you have track IR on. Alright, folks. And let me just take a look and see where our gate 24 is. So, gate 24 is, okay, we've got to go left, not a problem. Alright, so APU's on, APU is at 100%, perfect. Get that parking brake off. Alright, let's go ahead and get this taxi going. Ooh, we've got a problem with the fuel here. Anyway, good thing that we made it here, guys, because we sure have a problem with the fuel. Let's see, for whatever reason the engine's shut down. Let's go ahead and get that APU. Let's get the packs off. Let's see if we can fix this. Huh. That's okay though. We'll fire them back up. Guess we'll just actually save gas here by only operating the one engine. Thank goodness for that APU. We can most certainly, let's go ahead and get those packs off while we're at it. Alright, and gate 24 supposedly is over here. So, that guy's being dangerous with his life. And I don't know if this specifically is exactly gate 24, but it's going to be the gate we use today. Alright, it's a little bit louder because we only use the one engine to taxi after the engine failure, but that's okay. That taxi light out of his face earlier. And I believe we forgot to turn our strobe light off. Alright. Alright. That engine is off. Red beacon is off. Let's come down here and we can turn this off now and get right into that replay. Let's get rid of PilotEdge for now. They did a great job, but we no longer need their services. And that gate is connected. And you know what, guys? Welcome into San Diego Lindbergh. It was a pretty uneventful flight except for whatever that fuel system problem was as soon as we got there. But no worries. We took care of it. We can turn the fasten seat belts off. Everything's looking good there. And we disconnected from PilotEdge, so I think we're good to go. Let's take a look and see what we look like outside before we get into the replay. So we got the gate there. Everything looking copacetic. No worries there, folks. Alright, so let's get right on into the replay. As you can see here, we were right in those clouds. Still some clouds were there. All right. She was floating in nice and easy here, of course. We did a little bit more of a steep pitch down because we were just a little bit high and maybe slightly fast, but we still managed to bring her in copacetically. So miracles do happen. And of course, it never fails on visuals. I use Active Sky for X-Plane, so it's the real weather, updated weather. You guys saw it updated a couple times. And of course, on Final Approach, it should have been a visual the whole way, but we got those clouds. But we did have some assistance with navigation via our flight director, which I had still put it into the approach mode, so we had some visual cues. So if we would have got to minimums and it would have been, you know, no visual of the runway, then we would have just nosed up and you know, went into our missed approach and did a go around and probably just took it localizer the whole way, which kind of we did, but we were manually flying it for a while. So you can see that steep pitch down that we have right here. And let's see what a Sunday butter looks like here. not quite center in the runway, just left of center, but and we got on those brakes right away. Let's take a look at that again. Pretty good profile, nose up. Went up slightly right there, and then for the touchdown. There we are. All right, let's get that from another angle. Nice and smooth. I'm taking candy from a baby. Alright, let's run that back again from the wing view, of course, and then we will most certainly get out of here. I would like to say thanks again, guys, for riding along American Truck Simulator route and then into Fresno, and then from Fresno into San Diego in this wonderful flight. And of course, you guys know how we do it. Come back out to a little wing view here and call it a day. Until next time, I'm Dre Sanchez, of course, on the Dre Sanchez YouTube channel, aka the Motivated Sim Pilot. We'll see you next time. Next trucking route or next flight, or both. Take care and enjoy.